What's up, guys? Thank you for watching again. It's me, and got this nice table in front of me. If you want to buy it, reach out, please. I made this myself. Well, with the help of my uncle. A lot of help from my uncle. Showed me how to make it. And I'm trying to sell it on Marketplace, which is not the best place to sell nicer stuff that you actually want to make money off of, because people just want to get free junk off. That's how Marketplace is. People just want to get free junk. But anyways, how do you be yourself? How do you find yourself? How do you act to yourself around other people, around new people that you don't even know, around strangers? I looked up YouTube videos on this like months ago, because I've been trying to work on my communication skills. Of course, I want to do this. I gotta be a good communicator. I gotta be able to talk in front of people, talk to my guests, ask questions, be very in that moment. I'm still working on that daily. I'm still working on that. Like, some of my videos, like, you can look at me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, it's hard for me to like lock in, like focus on the conversation when I got like this camera here, and some of the people I'm just meeting them for the first time. So it's like, there's some that I'm good, there's some that I'm not so great, and I'm really trying to like become better at that. It's definitely one of my goals, become a better communicator, because I never really was a great communicator. I mean, when I was younger, like before middle school, before high school, when there was less social type stuff, social expectations, stuff like that, I was a lot more um, out there. Like, I'd talk and all that, and then I became a lot more introverted as time went on. I think that's happens to a lot of people, because I remember like in elementary school, like all of us kids, we like all talked to each other. We were all friends. There wasn't like some, sorry, I thought it fell. There wasn't some like just quiet kid, really, like maybe one or two, but like we all knew each other. We all talked to each other. We weren't scared of each other. Like, we all of a sudden were like we never knew each other, like in high school. It's so weird how things change like that. And one suggestion I would have of like finding yourself, which I wrote down here, is like, look back on the core younger version of yourself, because that younger you is like the real you before there was social pressures, before there was all these expectations of you. That was the real you. That was the real you, the real core you. Like in high school, like we start developing all these new like socially awkward habits, these new things that we feel like we have to like live up to. But the young you didn't even know that yet. You weren't even exposed to all these other friends, like forcing you to act a certain way, all these type of things. You were completely different. You were that fresh slate. And being yourself, like in front of other people, it's hard sometimes, but like it's great. You feel like so much release of like pressure whenever you can just like flourish, bro. Like, just like be you, not like trying to like focus on putting on some mask, pretending to be someone who you're not around other people, but just being able to be very charismatic and just normal and like yourself. It's great. It's something completely different. In high school, it's hard to do that because, like I was saying, there's all these social expectations, these social rules or whatever. Who cares, bro? Just be yourself. Be who God created you to be. Go into class, joke around, say what you want to say, raise your hand, say what you want to say, because at the end of the day, people, what I notice and what I feel like is like, people are going to think you're more weird if you just sit there like everyone else and just be all quiet on your phone. You're too scared to talk to anybody. No one's even going to notice you when you're like that. But if you put yourself out there and talk and say what you want, then people are going to know who you truly are. And they're going to like, oh, this dude's kind of cool. He talks. He's like, would you rather be invisible, or would you rather be like known and be known to be, I don't know, like I'd rather be known. I'd rather be known than invisible. I mean, obviously, I'd rather be known. That's why I make this stuff. Not just for me. I want to make this stuff to help you guys too. And I want to make this because I'm saved by Jesus Christ. But that's what I mean. Like, I'd rather be known than not. Than just quiet in the corner, never having anything, just living the bare minimum. Like, that sucks, dude. That really does. And let me keep going with this. So, sorry, I'm just looking at, I try to write notes that kind of keep me on track, try and keep me on what I want to get at with this. What I want to start getting to is a lot of people will go and they'll try and find themselves in drugs and alcohol. They'll get roped into that. You don't have to do that. Just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean you have to. And it's the same with everything else. Just because people are vaping, you don't have to do it. Just because people are joining this sport, you don't have to do it. If it's not you, don't do it. Doesn't matter if it's going to make you popular or not. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, that stuff does not matter at all. High school gets over with, everybody moves away, nobody cares. Nobody cares. So that's why I started trying to be more myself towards the end of high school. So I was like, bro, I got to the point where I hated that town. I didn't want to be there anymore. And I knew I was moving away anyways. So I'm like, dude, I really don't care what you people think. I'm me. I'm who God created me to be, and that's who I'm going to be. And I feel like God smiles at that when he sees you being who he made you to be, not all suppressed in the corner and like sucking your thumb like, ooh, I can't say nothing because you're all scared of people judging you. Who cares, bro? These people are insignificant and you're not going to see them again. Most of them you're not. But people, everyone is made in God's image. Everybody has potential to be great, but people can be influenced and drugged to be someone who they're not. Someone who, like, nobody, something I wrote down is no one is, drugs and alcohol is not just who someone is. They get somehow peer pressured into doing it or drugged into doing it because of some sort of social pressure or just wanting to be cool or find themselves, maybe forget about something like that. But no, that's not who anybody is. We don't have to do that. We choose to. We choose to in certain situations because we feel like it's going to be the best option. But that's not who you are, bro. And it can take people into some very sad places down the road if you keep letting that define you and be who you are. That's what I mean. We look at these people who are on the streets. We look at these people who are like evil out there. These people have potential. Everybody is made in God's image. Everybody can be loving. Everybody can be loved. Everybody's worthy of love. That image may have just been defaced over time because of this world of sin has rubbed off on them and made them someone who they're not. And to avoid becoming someone you're not, distance yourself from those people who are not you, those people who are negative. You give them an idea of like, oh, I want to do content. Oh, I want to start this business. I want to join this sports team. I want to join this group. And they're like, nah, bro, that's lame. Why would you do that? Get away from those people as fast as you can because the longer you stay with them, the more you change and change from who you truly are. And eventually you forget who you are. And then by the time you get out of high school, the time that you don't even see those people anymore, you're left with nothing. You're just like, bro, who even am I? Because you're not around those people. You're just like, you got to be yourself, bro. It's the only way you're going to be truly happy and truly content. If you keep continuing to try to be someone who you're not, and you'll live up to their future, something that you don't even really want. You won't be happy in the end with their future. That's not what God had planned for you. God had so much more planned for you. So follow God's plan. Be who you truly are. When you're around strangers, when you're around different people, realize that most of these other people, they probably have around the same kind of social pressure, social anxieties that you do. So if you're just chill about it, you go and talk to them like normal, they're like, oh, cool. And then they'll talk to you too. If you just practice, like even if you don't feel like talking to someone, just go and talk to people. Make that goal. Just go and talk to people. It'll get easier and easier. And then eventually you can just like be yourself. And something else I'd say is to figure out who you are, like who you can try to, because like sometimes whenever you get so caught up in trying to like, you just feel like you're on stage and you can't even really like be yourself around people because you're so like just nervous about it. Think about who you are and like notice how you act whenever you're around people that you're super comfortable with. Just like the things that you do, the way you talk, just the little things, the footsing with things, the fidgeting type things that you do when you're you. Do those around other people. Realize those things and just like be relaxed to just do those. Stand this certain way, walk this certain, like just be you. And like the more like used to it, the more you do it, the more used to it, you will get to it. And then it'll just be effortless. You'll just like flourish in whatever you're in because you're yourself. You're in your own body. You're just like happy with being yourself. Don't let other people tell you how to be. Be you, bro. Don't tell other people how to be. I mean, I can't say like, I'd say like correct people, give people pointers maybe if you think they're doing something wrong, but like don't try and force someone to change when they don't, because people gotta change on their own. It's up to them. But it is good to give pointers because that can wake people up to things. But be yourself, bro. That's the whole mantra of this video that I wanted to get at, was that we shouldn't let people suppress us, change us. And it's very hard sometimes because we're in an environment all the time with all kinds of different people. The people around us are going to make us who we are. So what I would suggest is, I mean, like I said, you know yourself, you know the core you when you were younger, when you didn't have all these different things influencing you. I mean, you had your parents, but use that and form a group around you of people who are like-minded and are like you, so you can keep yourself you. I mean, obviously, if you want to change something, get people that already have that change so you can learn from them and grow with that. I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this video, and I really hope that this helped. If you guys have any more questions about being yourself, please let me know. I'll try and answer them. I'm still working on improving my communication skills and my being able to be myself in front of other people, because sometimes I get social anxiety and nervous, especially around like new people and stuff. I don't know. But let me know if you guys need help with stuff, and I would love to make more like this, just trying to give tips and help y'all with things that I myself struggle with, because these are the things that I've learned to get through this. So I hope it helped. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and real talk.